What's up? Welcome to day 9 of the 10-day challenge. Let's get going right now. What's up, y'all? This is Mykel, the entrepreneur, coming back with some more entrepreneurial content. If this is your first time ever coming to my videos, welcome. You have actually come at the tail end of this 10-day extravaganza experience that we have all been soaking ourselves in because we are ready to start a business and we're pushing through to actually get that going, to take our finances in our own hands. And I'm happy that you did the same thing. So what I need you to do is I want you to click in the card above once you're done watching this video, and I want you to go to the playlist and watch all of the other days so you can know how to start your business from research all the way up from the rooter to the tutor. First, let me just give you what an EIN is. An EIN is a very powerful number because what this is essentially is this is the social security number of your business. So when you have a sole proprietorship, instead of you giving your social security number, you're going to be giving this number, the EIN number, to whatever customer that is asking for it. So let's just say you were to get a new contract and it happens to be a school. Let's say the school asks for you to fill out a W-9, and on the W-9 you'll see it says social security number or your EIN. So instead of you giving out that sensitive information about your personal social security number, you can actually put in the EIN, which is a lot more legit. Now there are some ups and downs when it comes to sole proprietorship because technically it's still going to be attached to your name, and in some cases even with the LLC. And remember, I am not a CPA. If you want to know what's the best tax option for you, I would definitely consider consulting your local CPA so they can give you a better idea of what you should do in your particular situation. But back to my experience, in certain situations, even with an LLC, the EIN is technically still attached to your social security number. But once you elect different types of taxation and things like that, you have a partnership, it separates it. But essentially, the EIN is a social security number for your business. You're registering that directly with the IRS, and now you're able to conduct business and revenue under that EIN, and then all the revenue that is being reported. So let's say that school, they spent $4,000 with you. They're going to report that they spent $4,000 with you to the IRS, and then the IRS is basically going to tag that under that EIN, and then they're going to send something to you letting you know that, hey, this business said that they spent this money with you. You need to pay taxes, things like that on that revenue or whatever. So if you want more information about that, please drop a comment down below. I don't mind, sharing my process. I've actually been doing my taxes for a very long time because I have been a sole proprietor and I've been operating with a whole bunch of W-9s and things like that because a lot of the accounts that I get are schools and things like that. So I'm really familiar with that system and that process. So let's talk about how you get your EIN. So there's many different ways you can do it, and there's always going to be an expensive way and there's going to be a cheap way. The cheap way is a way that you should do it because getting your EIN is extremely simple. You don't need to pay someone to do that. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you type in apply for your EIN in a Google search, you're going to get a whole host of businesses that are going to charge you a boatload just to file this for you. But you don't need to do that because if you do it yourself, it is going to be free. So you just want to make sure when you type in apply for EIN, you want to make sure that it is the irs.gov.ca in my case because I live in California. You want to make sure it is from that website because then you click on it and you can go in and actually apply for it yourself. And a good thing about it is you get it instantaneously. It's right then and there. If everything goes well and you don't have another EIN or your information or your application is conflicting with another application, you'll get it right then and there, and they'll actually generate a PDF for you. Now, what you need to do after you've generated that PDF is I like to keep it in 3 places. So number 1, I have a hard copy of it, an original copy of it in a safe. Number 2, I have a carbon copy of it that is inside of my business folder. So this is my business folder that I tend to keep with me at all times. It has important documents in there. So just in case I have to go to the bank or things like that, I have that information with me. And then lastly, I have it stored on my cloud service. So I have a Google Drive where I save those documents in there as well. So if I'm ever in a crunch and I don't have my business folder because I have it filed away and I'm not close to my safe, I'm out and about, I can still access that. And it is passcode protected, so not everyone can actually go into my Google Drive. So it is pretty safe when it comes to that. So I have it in 3 places. That's the way I like to back it up. So plan of action for today. So what I need you to do is I want you to go down into the description below. So instead of you going online and leaving you to your own devices and you actually have someone charge you $300 to do your EIN, I'm going to put the direct link down in the description below. I want you to click on that. If you're in California, that is the right link. If you're not in California, I want you to search for your local IRS website to make sure that you are on the proper website. Remember, it has to be an irs.gov website. So depending on what state you're in, it might have an additional suffix to make sure it's the right place. And then I want you to sign up for it, get it going. I'll see you guys tomorrow in day 10 of the 10-day challenge.